it fell off. Okay. Now we're back together again. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Championship comes down to 3 drivers, and out of those 3, 2 have already tasted championship glory before at NASCAR's highest level. The other has come close, so maybe this year could be his.
This 2013 NASCAR Sprint Cup season has been one of innovation. The debut of the slick and competitive Gen 6 race cars have led to the edge-of-our-seat moments and won't be forgotten anytime soon. Through it all, 3 drivers have risen above the fray. And 3 days from now, we'll crown our champion. Let's take a look at the video.
For the second time, the Daytona 500 goes to Jimmie Johnson.
We've been sizing each other up pretty good each week.
Light the candles. Happy birthday, Matt Kenseth.
I guess I'm more of a mechanical guy than a psychological guy.
Matt Kenseth is the 3rd straight driver to win a Sprint Cup race from the pole.
Here we are, 34 points behind the 48.
And Harvick's got the field in his mirror. The closer, Kevin Harvick wins Richmond. Nice job, young man. Good job.
We roll out, right near each other in practice each time.
Matt Kenseth scores his 27th Sprint Cup Series win.
Some people that are more psychological. Some people are more mechanical.
The Coca-Cola 600 goes to Kevin Harvick. He did it. Casey, yeah, man. Great job.
I feel like we've probably had the best chase that we've ever had.
His 3rd checkered flag of the year coming at Pocono. Jimmie Johnson does it today. The checkered flag is out, and it's being displayed for Matt Kenseth. He's a winner today at Kentucky.
The end result, I don't think, is all that uncommon. Just size yourself up.
Matt Kenseth is going to hang on and win the night race in Bristol. Matt Kenseth is going to open the chase with 2 straight wins. Checkered flag at New Hampshire to Kenseth and Joe Gibbs Racing.
I've always been from the school that, if you have the fastest race car, more often than not, you got the chance for the win or the good finish.
Richard Petty, Bobby Allison, Jimmy was tied with him for most wins at Dover. Now the record is his alone. Jimmie Johnson dominates the Monster Mile and wins the 3rd race in the chase.
Track records are awesome. I don't qualify on pole all that often, so I take great pride in them, especially track records. It's very, very cool to do, and clearly at a great time in the season.
Checkered flag, victory at Phoenix. Kevin Harvick.
Hell yeah! Hey, miracles happen every day, bro.
Well, we end this season in the same state in which we began, from Daytona to Homestead and seemingly everywhere in between. Plenty of storylines have been dissected, especially in this year's action-packed chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup.
This Sunday's race will conclude the milestone 10th chase. Through its decade-long existence, 4 different drivers have raised the championship trophy. Maybe we'll see a different chase champion crowned this weekend, or maybe we'll see one get a 6th.
Welcome, please, our 3rd-place driver coming into Sunday's Ford EcoBoost 400 and winner of last Sunday's race at Phoenix International Raceway, driver of the number 29 Budweiser Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing, Kevin Harvick.
Our 2nd-place driver is a 2003 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion. He has won more races this season than any other driver. Please welcome the driver of the number 20 Dollar General Toyota, Matt Kenseth.
Our points leader has won 5 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series championships and enters the season finale with a 28-point cushion. He's a regular at this event. Please welcome driver of the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet, Jimmie Johnson. Before we talk to our 3 contenders, though, we'd like to bring up Brett Jukes, NASCAR's Chief Communications Officer, to the podium for a special announcement. Brett?
Thanks, John. Before we make this announcement, just want to thank all of the media and our media partners for a great season. Thanks for all your hard work. Certainly been a season where there's been a lot of on and off track news, sometimes at all hours of the night. We appreciate your hard work. Our fans have certainly been well served. At Champions Week in Las Vegas, during the celebration, NASCAR will announce a number of significant changes to the Hall of Fame selection process and eligibility. But there is one we want to announce today because it's relevant to the proceedings that we'll have on Sunday afternoon. As we meet to select the 2015 Hall of Fame class this May, NASCAR will become the first major sport to include a current competitor on the voting panel. Moving forward, the reigning Sprint Cup Series champion will have a vote for the NASCAR Hall of Fame. So one of these gentlemen will be invited into that closed-door meeting and cast one of those precious votes to sit the 2015 class. We're grateful for the opportunity to have another credible voice added to that important moment, and we wish all of you guys good luck this weekend. Thank you. John.
Thank you, Brett. And also, like Brett mentioned, there's going to be some other big developments in how they choose the Hall of Fame class coming up at the banquet, so we'll stand by for those. Let's get started with Kevin Harvick. Kevin, Sunday's win put you back into contention for your first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series championship. Are you looking at this race as a nothing-to-lose opportunity?
I think we have to. I think as you approach the the last race of the season and know that you're at a deficit, I think you approach it just as we approached last week to, we have to go out and score maximum points and we have to figure out how to do that throughout the weekend. So hopefully we can have a good weekend and control the things that we can control.
Matt, you're one of the true veterans of the NASCAR garage area, and it doesn't seem like you ever get too rattled out there. You do have a large hill to climb to overtake Jimmie, but you've done it before. In fact, I got a stat for you. In 2011, here at Homestead, you gained 28 points in Jimmie Johnson. That's what you're behind right now, so it can be done. You've been great at these mile-and-a-half racetracks this season. Simple question now. How tough it's going to be to make up this deficit?
Well, I mean, obviously we're not going to make up the deficit on performance. At least I think Jimmie could probably run 28th wherever he has to run with 3 wheels on. So he's obviously going to have some sort of mechanical problem or a crash or something happen. And at the same time, we have to run good and be up in the top 5 and be up there battling for a win to not only hold on to second, but also to have a chance to overtake Jimmie if he does have some sort of problem.
Hey, Jimmie, going into your 5 championships, in 4 of them, you held the points lead coming in, so you've been a great defender. What do you got to do this time around to defend this points lead?
I'm definitely in the position I want to be in. Defending is the place of control. We have the points lead and we can control our own destiny. But it does come with a price. There's a lot of pressure on myself and the team to get things done. So we'll manage that and deal with that as the weekend goes on. But excited to have this opportunity. And again, just we're in the position that we would want to be in. I'm sure any driver would want to be in.
Okay, back for our final segment with our NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Championship contenders. And before we open it up to the audience, that was a pretty cool announcement that Brett made about reigning series champion getting to vote for the Hall of Fame. I think that's pretty neat. I'd like to ask you guys about that. Jimmie, what do you think? You've won 5 championships. What do you think about being able now to have the opportunity possibly of having a Hall of Fame vote?
It's a huge honor, and I'm sure pressure in a whole different way that none of us have experienced before. And quickly thinking about it, I think it'll help ingrain the current champion into the past and understand more about the history of the sport and the people that came before us. So I think it's a cool opportunity for whoever the champion is.
Matt Kenseth, you've got a championship under your belt. What would you think about having the opportunity to vote for the Hall of Fame class?
Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. I mean, I think anytime anybody asks your opinion, actually listens to it, I think that's always neat. So, yeah, I think it'd be neat to be part of that, and I think it also probably teach us more about the sport. I think we all think we know a lot about it, but I think you'd learn a lot more about it and probably appreciate it even more.
And Kevin, you're going for your first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series championship. Been around the sport a long time, but just talk about what that would mean if you were able to have that opportunity.
Well, I think as you look at the sport, obviously there's a lot of key participants that have been a part of the sport for a long time, and I think having somebody on that panel that may think a little bit outside of the current known drivers, crew chiefs, team owners, things like that, might bring a little bit of something else to the panel to think about. So it's pretty cool.
Thank you very much. We're going to open it up for questions now because I know you guys and gals are wanting to ask these guys some questions. So open it up right now. We'll start with Jeff Gluck, and then we'll go to Claire.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today for Matt and Kevin. Are you guys coming here with the possibility of winning a title fairly realistic in your mind, like it's something that could possibly happen? Do you let yourself think about it, or is the points gap such a long shot that you're just focused on, hey, we're going to go win. If it happens, it happens, but it's not something that you can visualize?
Well, I think for us, we've had so many strange things happen throughout my career at the last minute that you at least have to play everything out. You know, we've just the type of team that we are. We race up until the last lap, and you just never know what's going to happen. But realistically, the only things that we can control are what we do. It's definitely a really long shot, but we'll control the things that are in our control and see how it all falls.
Let's go to Claire, and then we'll go to Dustin. Go ahead, Claire. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Go ahead. Yeah, I am. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, what he said. No, I mean, really pretty much exactly what he said, but, you know, I think you got to take it serious. You got to control the things that you can control the best of your ability. You got to go out there with the idea of trying to win and, you know, run up toward the front because, like I touched on before, you know, we have to outrun Kevin to maintain second, and if Jimmie does have a problem, he's so far ahead that the problem needs to be fairly severe, and if it is, you need to be pretty far toward the front because, you know, hypothetically, he could have a problem, and if Kevin and I are running around in 12th and 13th, Jimmie could still win. So, I mean, I think we got to aim to go try to, with the idea of trying to win a race and be up front and lead laps and be in that front group to try to get the best finish we can.
Now we can go to Claire. Claire and then Dustin.
You got it. Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. I've covered a lot of these Chase Contenders news conferences, and to me, and through the season, at the end of the season, it seems like you guys are kind of laughing amongst each other, and that the relationship is you're all enjoying it from the inside while we're all covering it. What's the relationship between you guys as you head into the final race of the season and someone is crowned a champion?
Well, we're not laughing amongst each other. We're just laughing at you guys.
I think for me, I feel like I have a good relationship with both of these guys. That you know, I feel like there's a mutual respect for what everybody's accomplished, and just, you know, always can have a conversation with both of them. So for me, process has been fairly simple.
Jimmie?
Yeah, I definitely agree with what Kevin said. And one thing to add to it, this is the situation we all want to be in. And I think we all take a lot of pride in the fact that we're here at the last race of the year at this press conference. I can vividly recall missing the press conference in 2011, and I'm happy to be here. And it's also easy to be more relaxed prior to NASCAR timing and scoring starting up. So on Friday, I'm sure that will change the environment a little bit. But right now, you know, as Kevin pointed out, there's a great deal of respect between all of us, and I think we're all happy to be here.
We'll go to Dustin. We'll go to Dustin and then Reed. Go ahead, Dustin.
Dustin Long, Motor Racing Network for Jimmie. How long did it take to get over last year's lost opportunity, or is it a case that it just diminishes a little bit over time, but it's still always there, just as 2004 is always there?
I think 2004 affected me more than last year. In 2004, there were so many emotions riding on things with the airplane going down and the momentum we had. It just seemed that it was on our side. Then early in the race, the 97's wheel falls off, and he's coming from the back, and we were in position all day long until the last restart. So that one hurt more for a lot of reasons. You know, last year we lost control at Phoenix, which kind of started the process, and then, you know, we were in position here to win the race and put a lot of pressure on the two, and we made two mistakes. So, you know, stuff happens. It is a team sport, and that's one element that I think gets overlooked in our sport a lot. But I feel like last year I did some of the best driving that I've done, and I felt like I was a better teammate than I'd been in years past. So when the dust settled in the job that I did in being a part of my race team, I had a lot to be proud of, and we had a great year. So it still hurts. You know, you hate to miss an opportunity because you never know when they're going to come again. But it was more of a slow burn from Phoenix to maybe Champions Week. And you just about get over it until you go to Vegas. And then you go to Vegas and you're reminded that you didn't win the championship. So that kind of fires it back up a little bit, and then it tailors off from there.